God, that was so crazy. I woke up one morning and I padded into I heard voices. I usually get up around between 6 and 7:30. I don't know. It was somewhere in there. I heard voices. And I thought, well, that's is the TV on. I came into the great room and there were three they call themselves Terranaut as an astronaut. There were three people standing there and they weren't that tall, maybe 5'7". I'm short, everybody's taller, but they weren't as tall as my husband, who's huge. And they had on these beautiful, elegant, kind of David Bowie looking star suits. And they had on a helmet and glasses. And one of them said, "Oh, good, you're up." And to me, this is just another day on earth. I said, "Yeah, I'm up. What are you doing? What do you want?" And they started talking, but it wasn't a verbal talking. I could hear it in my head, and it was very quick. I went into the kitchen. I started making myself a cup of coffee. They were still standing there. They were talking, and they told me some three things that I needed to do with my friend, my brother from another mother, Ray Hernandez. Ray is the head of the Edgar Mitchell Foundation. He wrote 8 tomes last year. We're going to have him on. Check out his work, Ray Hernandez. There's a lot I could say about him, but I don't want to go too far into that. But they told me some things that I needed to do with him, for him, around his work, because we are all these little pieces. It's no longer individual. And these guys reminded me, one of them was my friend Billy. And I think I've told this story. This was years ago. In the kitchen, there's a little portal as you walk around. The window is here, and the eating bar is here as you walk around. A lot of traffic. There appears to be a little portal up there. I walked around that and I looked, and there was a man standing there. He had dark hair. He had on like a red shirt, and he had on big aviator glasses. And I realized I felt like I was an animal in a zoo, but it wasn't offensive. I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "I'm just watching you live your life." Very loving. He stood there for a while, and I'm walking back and forth. The hair in the back of my neck is standing up. I thought, this is really crazy. This is crazy. And my gal friend who worked with Zoliard at the time, she is a physical medium. She could see him also. So after about 20 minutes of me wandering around just living my life, he started to walk away. And when he moved, the energy field shifted.